everyone, so today I'm going to talk to you all about skincare, and I could ramble on and on about skincare for the whole day. I could sit here in front of my camera and bore you all for hours, but I'm going to keep it quite short, quite sweet, because I'm not going to show you my entire routine, because only a few months ago I think I actually did a morning and evening routine, and they're still pretty much exactly the same now, with a few products substituted in and out, and I'm going to talk about those today. So some of the things that are quite new to me, some of the things I've been trying out recently, and just the new additions to my skincare routine. So I have a couple of bits from the Body Shop's Chamomile cleansing range, and considering these are quite a budget brand, they've really impressed me, and I do tend to spend a little bit more on skincare. I think it's best to invest when it comes to your skin, but these I do really like. So the first one is a cleansing butter, and this is possibly an exact dupe for the Clinique Take the Day Off balm, which I know a lot of people love, but it's pretty much exactly the same. I think you probably get a lot less in here, but it is pretty much half the price, and it's just a kind of hard, almost waxy oil. You scoop a bit out, and then once you massage it into your skin, it just melts into this lovely rich oil that breaks down all your makeup, and then you can splash it off and it just emulsifies and rinses away. So it's a really great step to do before you actually go onto your cleanser, just to break everything down beforehand. And then I've also been trying the eye makeup remover, and this is one of the bi-phase ones, so you have an oily part and a normal part and you shake it together, and this is again very similar to another makeup removal product that I really love, which is the Clarins Instant Eye Makeup Remover, which is the same kind of double oily consistency, but it just takes makeup off so well. I think it's just as good, and that one again probably double the price, and it just breaks down all waterproof mascara, all eye makeup, anything. This just gets through it, and it's amazing. So those two are the only things I've tried from the Chamomile range, but I think I might go back for a few more bits because they've really impressed me. I've also been trying a new cleansing balm, and I'm sure you all know I'm very faithful to the good old Emma Hardy Amazing Face Moringa cleansing balm, the one with a massive long name, but I've been trying this and I think I may prefer it. I'm not sure if it's because I've been using the Emma Hardy one for so long and I just felt like I needed a change, but this is the Wild Rose Beauty Balm from Neil Judd. I actually have the 10th anniversary edition, which is in the sweetest little pot, but it's a very thick balm. It's something you really have to kind of dig out and then massage between your hands first, but it does turn into a lovely luxurious feeling oil, and the smell of this is just enough to make me want to use it every single day. It doesn't really smell too sweet like you would expect from a product that had rose in it. I think it's got a bit of kind of frankincense and some more spicy kind of oils in there, but it just smells so calming and relaxing, and it makes me kind of drowsy as I'm sniffing it now. So that I find is really moisturising as well. I think with the Emma Hardy one, it does moisturise your skin, but nothing compared to this one. I think there's really high levels of rosehip oil in here, and that's just an amazing ingredient to kind of nourish your skin and add a lot of moisture. We'll see how long this lasts as my favourite, but at the moment I just am happily taking it off the shelf every night. It's just a pleasure to use. So I think in my last skincare routine I was using the Pixi Glow Tonic or the Clarins exfoliating toner. I've used those all up, but I am still using an exfoliating toner just because I find I prefer them to the manual scrubs. I think a scrub is good to use every once in a while, maybe like once a month, but I find they just irritate my skin and they leave it red, and it doesn't feel quite right when I've really gone to town on it and really scrubbed it. Whereas with an exfoliating toner or something with AHAs and glycolic and things like that in, it just does it a lot more gently, but you do see results kind of almost instantly when you wake up in the morning. So this is the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance Pads, and these are really great because you just get a little pad, take it out, sweep it all across your face, and then put on the rest of your skincare. So these actually contain lactic acid and glycolic as their main kind of ingredients for exfoliation, and I find the combination of those two seems to suit my skin really well. It doesn't leave me kind of with a stinging sensation, anything like that. It's very soothing and cooling. These are actually for sensitive skin, so if you are slightly worried about using an exfoliating toning product, there goes my phone, but you have sensitive skin, these could be really good to try. They've also got hyaluronic acid in too, which is one of my favourite ingredients for moisturising the skin and keeping it nice and plumped and dewy looking. So when you actually use these, they almost leave a slight moisturising layer across your skin, which again just helps to soothe and cool everything down. So I've really been enjoying using these. But then on top of that, I sometimes use an extra toner, so something that I can just spray on that's even more kind of soothing and cooling. Now I'm so glad I have this one in my life. I did kind of rave about it slightly already in my Paris Beauty haul, which is where I picked it up, but I have just found, even in the couple of weeks that I've been using it since I purchased it, it's really made a change to my skin. And I know I kind of switch my products up quite a lot, it could be something else, but I think it really is this that's doing an amazing job. So when I use it with the Facial Radiance pads, I just spray a really light layer all over once they've kind of settled in a bit, and again it just adds a bit more moisture and a bit more hydration over the top. And then also I really like to use this in the morning, so I'll just use it on its own as a single toner once I've cleansed my skin, and it kind of wakes me up almost. There's no kind of invigorating smell to it, it is scentless, it has no perfume or anything like that in, but it just makes my skin feel very fresh and very awake and alive. And I think I completely forgot to say what this actually is. La Roche-Posay Cera Zinc Toner. So another product that I've been really enjoying using a lot recently is the Origins Ginseng Eye Cream. And I've had this for years and years, I've repurchased it so many times, but I think over the last year or so I kind of forgot about it. I was trying a lot of different things like the Kiehl's Avocado Eye Cream and the Tarte Maracuja Eye Cream as well, and it kind of just got left behind a bit, but I used it about a month or so ago and I just remembered how amazing it actually is. This is the most brightening, uplifting eye cream I've ever come across, and for someone that suffers with quite bad dark circles and kind of darkness under the eyes, it's just amazing. It makes such a difference that you wouldn't think a skincare product could do. You'd think you'd have to put a couple of layers of concealer on to actually achieve what this does for you. It really gives just the right amount of moisture too, not so much that your makeup's going to kind of slide underneath it, but enough to keep it really hydrated and kind of nourished for the whole day. This really reminds me as well of the Origins Ginseng Moisturiser, which was one of my favourites for a long time. I think it's definitely more of a summer moisturiser for when my skin's a bit oilier, but it's an amazing product as well, so that one is great. And also I think Origins have brought out quite a few new products in the ginseng range, so I may have to try those out too. The SPF that I've been using is a new one as well, and I was very faithful to the Kiehl's Ultra Light Daily UV Defense something SPF 50, and I used that for a really long time, but then it ran out and I was going to buy another one, but I thought I'd try something different, and this again is a slightly more affordable option. So this is Soap & Glory's Make Yourself Youthful Sun Shield Superfluid SPF 50. That's quite a mouthful as well, but this is a really cute little bottle I think, and obviously packaging does not come into it when it comes to skincare, but I really like this. I think it's very handy to take away and travel with you, and even just put it in your handbag to kind of top up throughout the day as well. The thing I really like about this though is the texture of it. It's almost quite runny and quite fluid like, so it really absorbs straight into your skin, and you can kind of put quite a lot on without it feeling sticky or greasy or kind of disrupting any of your makeup underneath. It also doesn't leave any white cast on your face, it doesn't make your skin look grey when you put it on like some other SPFs can do, which is really great as well. So I think this is a really good kind of lower price drugstore alternative to a higher end SPF. And the last product I have to show you kind of bridges the gap between skincare and makeup, I guess. It's almost like a skincare and a primer in one, and this is the Elemis Pro Radiance Illuminating Flash Balm. And I think the only thing that I can describe as being similar to this would be the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm, which has a very big cult following. It's an amazing product. I think the word balm is kind of misleading because it's not balmy at all. There's no oily consistency or anything like that with this. It's almost like a moisturiser, and they do say that you can use it as a moisturiser, as your daily moisturiser, but I prefer to use this just before makeup, so the last step after I've done everything, almost like a primer, although I would put primer on top of this. And what it does, you kind of smooth it onto your skin very gently, kind of just make a nice even layer all over, and you can almost feel it kind of tightening up your skin. I really can't explain this too well. Once you use it, you'll know what I mean, but it just evens everything out. It fills in pores, it fills in fine lines, but not in a way a primer does. It just feels nice. It feels like you've got the smoothest, most even toned skin. It's lovely, and makeup just goes on so beautifully on top of this, so I've really been enjoying using that kind of as my last step in my routine, so kind of between skincare, kind of between makeup. So those are all the newer products that I've been incorporating into my routine recently. I hope you enjoyed watching that and it was informative for you. If you have any questions about any of these that I've just mentioned, or any of the other products that you know that I use or that I've used in my previous routines, please leave them below and I'll try and answer them as best as I can. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.